It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and I'm in the garage today and I'm working on the Massey 231. Today we are going to install the front end on the tractor. I don't have another loader tractor around here, so it made it very difficult to get this from outside in here. When I put it out there, it was May and there was no snow, and I used my engine crane. But now there's a good amount of snow, and it made it very difficult, but I managed to shimmy it and push it, and I got it in the garage. So let's start installing. So there you go, the front end is on here. See, I hooked it up to the front loader frame brackets, and I just used my engine crane, and that actually worked pretty good. You pretty well have to lift it clean off the ground though, because these tires go any direction they want. Okay, so the engine is already bolted on, at least with a bunch of bolts. I don't have it all fully bolted down. But what we're going to have to do is install the big studs in the oil pan again, because that makes it so much easier when we slide this together. Back it up a little bit. Try over the crane just a little bit, see if I can get it to. Okay, I'm going to let the front of the engine down just a little bit. I think it was about there. This is why you have studs in the front of the engine. Okay, so it's coming in there now. I'm going to wiggle as I do it. And keep tightening up. We're almost there. Okay, so there you go. She's together. I went to bolt this down last night, and I didn't have lock washers. And I'm wondering if there was ever lock washers on, at least from the last time the guy had the engine apart. But you need lock washers. So I dug through everything, didn't have it. But a simple thing like that tied me up. You know, I think I'm going to try to stock a few more bolts. Not crazy, but you know, man, if you don't have at least a few of each size, it can set you back. I could have had this already done. So I'm going to try to do that. If I need one size bolt, I'll maybe get a couple extra each time. Okay, so I am teaching you bad things. Using 2 wrenches is effective, but can slip off and you can ram your face into it, so be careful. Okay. This should be fun. I should have put this on before I put the rad on. It would have made it easier, but we got her anyways. Okay. That's looking good. Okay, so I was only able to find one of these gear clamps. Thought I had more in the cupboard. I'm going to reuse one of the better gear clamps. Okay, so there. Okay, so we got one of the original clamps. We're gonna tighten that one up. Rad hoses are done. Okay, they're bringing more coolant, but let's see if this thing holds coolant. I only have half a jug of antifreeze. He's bringing me some more. At least she's not leaking out the bottom anyway, so that's a good sign. Man, oh man. This job keeps on going and going. I kind of didn't film too much after I was installing the engine. There really wasn't that much to film except just hooking up stuff like hoses and wiring and stuff like that, and installing the tank. So we have the tank installed. I'm just tightening up the return line into the tank. It's all hooked up. Almost everything is hooked up. I have to fix a little bit of wiring on the actual starter wire and the regulator, but after that we're almost ready to fire the thing up after we put oil in it. So I thought this job was going to go way faster than it did. I was kind of planning this afternoon to cut some firewood, but I think that was a little bit I don't know, it just didn't go that well. I had to run to Canadian Tire to get some bolts that I just didn't have, and some electrical terminals and stuff like that, and that just eats up time. You know, you got 15 minutes there and 15 minutes back, so. But you know what? We're getting closer. Okay, so we're gonna fill up the power steering. Oh my gracious. They tighten that sucker, I tell you. That much. Whoa. Okay. There we go. This is AGCO Power Fluid 411. That's basically automatic transmission fluid. I think that is what they went to. So I am just going to fill this up here for now. Once it starts, we're going to cycle it. We're going to have to recheck it and possibly bleed it, but it should go through. Okay, so we'll spin on a new filter. And he picked up AGCO 15W40. They have a screen in there that it takes a while for the oil to go through, and it backs up. If you do it too quickly, it backs out of the neck. Okay. Gonna set that on there for now. Throw a little diesel in it, and we are going to hook up the battery. See, the oil light went out, so it's actually building oil pressure. So now we are going to try to get this thing started. She's starting. Fires up good. Whatever you do, don't gas yourself out of your garage. Getting knocks and passing out is probably not a good thing. So I'm going to open my door and shut off my furnace. So there you go, it is running and it sounds great, but I think I've just had about enough. I am done for the night. Every day this week I've been working on the lights, installing guards, so the tractor's finally done. So now we're going to drive this thing out and we're going to run it for a little bit. So I'm going to run it at idle just for a bit to make sure there's no leaks or anything like that, and then we're going to rev it at half for a little while, and then full for a good while, just to make sure everything is good and we don't have any issues. So let's get it out. So there you go, the tractor is done. All I have to do is put the loader on it a little bit later, but I want to run it for a bit and keep an eye on the lights and look for oil leaks and stuff like that. But there is one light on the dash, and it's my charging light. I physically checked it, and it's charging at 13.5. So it's not charging good, so the alternator is getting a little weak, but I'd say it's good enough for now. We're just going to make sure this is all done. If he has any trouble in the future, I guess I'll be putting an alternator on it. Okay, so we'll take one more look. Everything looks good. No leaks. Running good. Everything on top. The exhaust is pretty clear. There's no more leaks. It's ran for a good while, and we're going to install the Massey quick attach loader. Massey has one of the best quick attach systems ever in my book. It basically comes on and off under its own power. You don't have to put down stands or anything. It is my favorite type of quick attach system for sure. So let's go.